Light it up tonight. And a little glimpse, a little feel of basketball fever. These fans are feeling it in anticipation of this big game. Hi, everyone. We've got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage for these two teams. This one has a little more meaning than your average regular season game. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. And looking at this game in terms of the NBA Cup, there are major implications here tonight.
Yeah, both these teams come in at 1-0, and with just 4 games in the group stage, the difference between 2-0 and 1-1 is massive. I'm sure that's not a fact that's lost on either of these coaches.
Well, for MP, winning the NBA Cup has been a point of emphasis for him. And tonight's game is huge to reach that goal.
It is, and I'll say this, every game in the Cup is a big one. Remember, just 4 teams in each conference advance, so you cannot afford multiple losses. MP will need to be on his A game every game to win it all.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Mitchell is out there with White, and it's Norris in at the center, filling out the middle. And with that, let's go over to DA with a report on MP.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, MP certainly has his heart set on winning this NBA Cup. I asked him why it was so important to him, and he said it'll show just how strong this team is, that we're competitors, and that we're must-watch basketball this season. MP certainly sounds committed to this tournament. Guys?
We all love the NBA Cup, don't we? And I bet his coach loves hearing his player MP say that as much as we do. Thank you, David.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. White is good.
You have to be dialed in from the mid-range. Derek White says, I can do that too, folks.
MP against White. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Guys, for me, something you have to admire about MP is the tenacity he plays with. Every single moment he's on the floor, he's giving you his best effort.
The 3 from Tatum. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Tatum's got 5 points so far. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Orlando. And these guys are winning games by at least 11 points per game. I mean, they're beating up on teams in historic fashion.
And these guys are bringing back memories of that monumental season the 71-72 Lakers had at just over 12 points. These guys are nipping at their heel.
Tatum's shot is off. A slow start here for Orlando in this one. It's a 3-point game. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. They came in as the favorite, seemed to lose their confidence down the stretch, started to play tight, and let that one slip away.
Over in the corner, Brown puts up a 3. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 5 rebounds tonight. Suggs passes to MP. Hill sets the screen for MP. Pass to Hill. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Now that we're around the midway point of this NBA Cup stage, here's a look at how the standings are shaping up.
Yeah, it's been a really fun tournament to watch, especially when you see just how much the fans get into it. And we've still got a number of games to go.
Outside, White. Mitchell against Suggs. Fires for three. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Hill, a screen on White. MP kicks to Banchero. MP deciding where to go with it. 5 on the clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. MP's got his second basket of the night.
Good work by MP. He gets positioning inside and capitalizes.
Mitchell passes to White. Back to Mitchell. Rebound by the Magic.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
4-on-3 break. Brown wide open. He fires. It's good from long range.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Anthony Black's checked in for the Magic. The Magic trail by 4. And we talk about Derek White. Doris, how impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play. Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Outside, White. Brown outside. And it's off from three-point range. Tatum against Banchero. Hill sets the screen for MP. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. What a key game tonight in the Cup. A second of 4 group stage games. Tonight, in a word, is huge.
Well, as you mentioned, Kevin, there are just 4 group games. So after tonight's game, both teams will have a much better idea of where they stand and what chances they have to advance.
Jackson is checked in for Fox. Austin also with the sub. Johnson's checked in for Tatum. It's White on the wing. Covered by MP. White the pass to Norris. The Celtics shooting their first foul shots of the night here. That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Here's Black. He has yet to score. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, I did speak earlier with the Magic's head coach. Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now, it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thanks, David. And right where we're talking, Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
A nice shot by MP.
Well, you can see MP in pick-and-roll action understands how to make the right decision. Really well done.
Brown against MP. Pass to Barrett. Over Jackson. And Barrett with the basket on the assist by Johnson. And the Celtics lead by 2.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
MP, and MP throws it down.
Nice decision by MP. If you see a lane to the bucket, you put it on the deck and attack.
Celtics have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Jackson against Barrett. Brown outside. From deep three-point territory, Orlando grabs the miss. Hill's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. MP kicks to Hill. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Magic have been solid at the line so far.
Substitution on the board.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. MP passes to Wagner. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 9 points for Franz Wagner.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Mitchell. Tatum out there with Johnson. Then it's Barrett, and it's Norris in at the 5. Barrett with the ball. Picked up by Suggs. 6 to shoot. Here's Barrett. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different. What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
They set the screen. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. MP, no good. Celtics trail by 15.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Orlando?
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And Orlando making a change here. Banchero's checked in. And then for Boston, Jaylen Brown comes in for R.J. Barrett. And Derek White subbed in for Mitchell.
They've been outstanding from beyond the arc this quarter. Their percentage has been climbing steadily.
Wagner against Tatum. Johnson outside. To the inside. And he jams it with authority.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Banchero hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Out of the pick and roll, MP able to read and react.
White with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Johnson against MP. Pass to Banchero. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Banchero's got his second bucket tonight.
You see the fearlessness on the interior by Paolo Banchero. This is his comfort zone.
Johnson surveying the floor. Brown outside. Goes up the baseline. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Sweet little mid-range from Jaylen Brown. That 3-level scoring coming into play.
Wagner as screen on Johnson. MP, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
That will help your assist numbers if you're Derek White. You can't miss that guy.
Wagner as screen on Johnson. Here's MP. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
MP against White. Wagner with a screen for MP. To the paint. Wagner kicks to MP. MP finds a gap. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Brown the pass to Norris. Nice defense from Wagner. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. They host the 76ers after this game. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. To the middle. Here's Brown. Great defense that time from Banchero. Orlando leading by 12. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Wizards was tremendous. He contributed 61 points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. The level he played at that one was incredible. Now, he always wants to play his best against their rivals, and to say the least, mission accomplished. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenge.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
A nice shot by MP.
You have loved the attitude of MP tonight. He's looked for his shot from the opening tip, and he's been so involved.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Hill is checked in for Black. And the Celtics making a change here. With the pause in the action, let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Magic.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
And 1:01 left in the first half. There's Brown with the 3, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Hill's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Banchero kicks to MP. Banchero a screen on White. And good that time. MP's got 23.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? The easy bucket in the paint.
Well, Banchero's frame is going to allow him to accept and invite physicality. This guy's so good at getting whistles.
The Magic have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. And he's good on the second. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the half. Suggs against Mitchell. On the wing, Brown. Shoots over Wagner. That doesn't go either for Brown.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
MP dishes to Banchero. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's the Orlando Magic. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back to the action in just a minute.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. Oh, so close. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
Hey, everybody. As you know, both rosters tonight without a number of key pieces.
The Celtics feeling it right now. Porzingis causes matchup problems on the offensive end. He's 7'3". He can hit the jump shot from anywhere on the floor, and he attracts defensive attention. Well, we'll see how his absence affects everyone else's game.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Magic.
Their offense may get the credit for the lead, but they've set the tone with their rebounding.
I give it the Shaq stamp of approval. They've been the schoolyard bullies today.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. MP out there with Suggs. And it's Hill in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Orlando. Break, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around.
Tatum against Banchero. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Hill.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
White against MP. Hill a screen on White. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from MP. Drills it from outside. MP's got 28 points for the game.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
There's the screen. Brown inside the line. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And the shot goes in. MP's got 30.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Mitchell against Suggs. And it's sent back by Hill. And they hit it back. White, good.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Banchero with the screen. MP. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Sensational drive by MP. The D pretty much had no choice but to foul.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. And both free throws good for MP. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They host the 76ers after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Orlando grabs the miss. Hill's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
For Boston, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Brown, no good.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
To the inside, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
How about Jason Tatum with a little pocket pass in the pick and roll? That's nice.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still in.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player.
Wow, MP was on a mission. The second he had the ball, he was gone.
Now Mitchell. 5 points in the game. Over Suggs. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. MP, no good. The Celtics have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. White looking around. Pass to Tatum. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Back to MP. Banchero is screened for MP. Banchero kicks to MP. Banchero is screen on White. MP passes to Banchero. Missed inside. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Inside, White. Hill pulls it in. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 16-7 run. Wagner passes to MP. Banchero is screen on Tatum. MP outside. Those three-pointers off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Got that one up quick. Tatum's got 11 points.
Just tremendous confidence from Jason Tatum. This guy understands I am a scorer even at the most elite level.
Banchero with the screen. MP kicks to Banchero. Banchero draws the double. That shot no good. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Here's MP. 37 points for him. Banchero with the screen. And here's MP for 3. Another miss by Orlando. Celtics trail by 19. Down low. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Orlando, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Banchero is screen on White. Here's MP. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Orlando.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Kicks it out to MP. Pick up by Hill. Here's MP. The 17-footer goes down. MP's got 42 in the game.
Yeah, sticking it in the mid-range. When you give MP that shot, this guy loves it.
Mitchell outside. Outside, Barrett. A three-pointer, no good. Magic leading by 19. On the wing, MP. Barrett covering. MP, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Here's Johnson. Got a piece of it. And here's MP for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third. Johnson, the pass to Mitchell. On the wing, Brown. Johnson outside. From deep three-point land. Rebound by the Magic. Wagner's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the paint. It's stolen by Brown. Barrett wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Poked away. Back the pass to Wagner. Hill, a screen on Mitchell. The try by MP. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
One after another. He's been terrific at the line, going 9 for 9. Celtics trail by 21.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
And that replay. Celtics shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. They've got Barrett. Johnson is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Morris. And it's Tubelis in at the center position.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
MP kicks to Black. MP right side. The good-looking shot from the wing. MP's got 46 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Pass to Tubelis. In the NBA, helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind. And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
MP against Johnson. A 3 from MP.
And they're not having as much success from long range as they did in the first half.
Oh, Tatum in position. Stolen by Jackson. MP finds Martin. Orlando moving the ball around. Martin with a screen on Morris. MP, that's for 2. Rebound by the Celtics.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Johnson outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
And what Johnson lacks in size, he makes up for with determination. Even the foul can't stop him completely.
And that one falls for Johnson. Mitchell, he's checked in for Morris. And Johnson drops them both. Here's Suggs. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. MP passes to Martin. MP outside. Martin the screen. Here's MP. Rebound by Johnson. Celtics trail by 17. Barrett kicks to Mitchell. Back to Barrett. Pass to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Tatum's got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Magic lead by 16.
Maintained his concentration beautifully as he double clutched and laid it in against some tight D.
Onside, Barrett. Pass to Johnson. Mitchell outside. Tatum setting the pick for Mitchell. Over Suggs. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Magic leading by 16. They set the pick. Mitchell against MP. And got it! Another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
MP. Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Hill, he's checked in for Caleb Martin. Paolo Banchero comes in for Black. And Wagner subbed in for Jackson. Inside, here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Well, that's coming with force. R.J. Barrett, nothing you can do to stop that.
MP inside. Barrett covering, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Johnson outside. Tatum with the screen on Wagner. Here's Johnson. That shot off. Nice defense from Wagner. MP finds Banchero. Can't connect from short range. Celtics trail by 18. Barrett with the ball. Now defended by MP. Doris, something R.J. Barrett can do well is put stress on that defense with his three-point.
But it never affects his confidence. This guy just keeps coming at you and keeps believing in himself. Historically, his shooting gets better over the course of a season.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. MP's got 12 points now in the quarter.
A tenacious player. MP doesn't mind a little contact on the way up.
Barrett against Wagner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Franz Wagner.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly. Wow, they made every free throw here in the second half.
You know, certainly we've seen R.J. Barrett productive as a scorer. I think the key for him moving forward is just be as efficient as possible.
Hill, a screen on Brown. MP, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 16.
Oh, I see you, MP. Hammer that thing home.
Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's Barrett driving to the basket. Off target at the rim.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in. We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Celtics. Free throw good from Brown. Now, here's Wagner. Banchero, a screen on White. Here's MP. It's deflected. Brown against Wagner. Brown kicks to Tatum. From the arc. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 26 points.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Magic leading by 12. And yet another bucket.
What a performance. I mean, who does this? This is rarefied company.
This 60-point game has him closing in on 5th place in that category for a single season. Tatum gets the bucket.
Now that mid-range jumper is so on point. Jason Tatum is a 3-level scorer.
Hill up top. Back to MP. Banchero with screen on White. Down low. And finished off by Banchero.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Tatum. Hill pulls it in.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Tatum no good. Magic have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Suggs dishes to MP. Wagner on the wing. Banchero was screened for MP. And it's Banchero missing.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Brown the pass to Norris. To the middle. Here's Tatum. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And that's now 30 points for Jason Tatum.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Magic.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
And MP throws it down.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Timeout called the Celtics. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. And what's their best move at this point?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Brown finds Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside, White. Out to the wing. Three-pointer. And that one is off. Orlando with the ball. On the wing, MP. White covering. A three from MP. And so it's Orlando winning this one. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup. A 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone. Way to bring the effort tonight.